You're listening to the Uncensored Pro Wrestling Podcast.
What is up, everybody? You're checking out the Uncensored Pro Wrestling Podcast. I'm your host, the Hakamadi Ant C, and we are back with our WrestleMania rewatch series. Today, we are covering WWE WrestleMania 26 live in Phoenix, Arizona in 2010. And we started out WrestleMania with airplanes flying above the stadium. Fantasia performs the national anthem. And we have the WWE Tag Team titles on the line to start out Mania. The tag champions, Sheamus, defeating R-Truth and John Morrison after Big Show punches John Morrison, knock him out. Not a lot of action in this match. I give it a 4 out of 10. Not a great opener to WrestleMania 26. Next, we have the Battle of Legacy, Ted DiBiase versus Cody Rhodes versus Randy Orton. I was excited to watch this one back to see what these three men were going to do, but there really wasn't too much action in here. Orton punched Cody Rhodes and nailed an RKO to Ted DiBiase and gets a 3 count. Randy gets the win. This match was just 1 point better than the opening, so I gave it a 5 out of 10. Next, we have the Money in the Bank ladder match with a huge list of wrestlers: Kofi Kingston, MVP, Evan Bourne, Jack Swagger, Shelton Benjamin, Matt Hardy, Dolph Ziggler, Drew McIntyre, Christian, and Kane. And Jack Swagger gets the win in this match after Christian hits an inverted DT off the ladder to Matt Hardy, and Jack grabs a briefcase. This was a boring Money in the Bank. I gave it a 5 out of 10. At this point, this is the last Money in the Bank at WrestleMania. We got the WWE Class of 2010 Hall of Fame: Stu Hart, Wendy Richter, Mad Dog Vachon, Antonio Inoki, Bob Uecker, Gorgeous George, and Ted DiBiase. Next, we have Sheamus taking on Triple H, and this is when the action starts to get a little bit better. Although not too good, Sheamus nails a kick to Triple H in the head, but Triple H lands a pedigree to get the victory over Sheamus. 6 out of 10, but better than the other matches so far. Next, we have CM Punk with Three and Deeb and Gallows taking on Rey Mysterio. Basically, CM Punk says, over 70,000 weak-minded individuals, you guys are hooked on drugs. You think Rey is a superhero. I'm a savior. I choose to be drug-free. Tonight, Rey does not have a choice. He will join my straight edge society. And Rey Mysterio comes out dressed as Avatar because that was the popular movie at the time. This is another good match, but I gave it a 6 out of 10. Rey sends CM Punk into the ropes, nails a 619 and a drop of dime to get the victory here at WrestleMania. 6 out of 10, good, but not great. Next, we had a match that most people were looking forward to, the No Holds Barred match: Bret the Hitman Hart versus Vince McMahon. Vince comes out and trashes Bret Hart and says that Bret, you screwed Bret. And he basically insinuates this is going to be a lumberjack match with the Hart family all coming out, supposedly siding with Vince. Well, Bret says, no, Vince, you screwed yourself over, and he ends up having the Hart family on his side. Now, Bret can't do much work because he had a stroke. He wasn't in the ring for a lot, so this match was not good at all. Hart Dynasty and the Hart family pretty much do most of the work attacking Vince. Bret nails Vince in the back with a chair many times and then applies a sharpshooter. I gave it a 1 out of 10. Anything could have been better than this. It wasn't that good. Next, we have World Champion Chris Jericho defending against Edge, and this was actually a very good match. A lot of back and forth action. The end comes when Edge accidentally hits the referee. Chris Jericho nails Edge with the title and lands a code breaker to retain. I give this a 7 out of 10. These two guys were in their prime, and they look great together. This is a cool moment. After the match, Edge spears Chris Jericho off a table through a railing, and obviously Edge is not done with Jericho here. Next, we have a 10 Diva Tag Match. Maryse, Michelle McCool, Layla, Alicia Fox, and Vicky Guerrero defeat Beth Phoenix, Eve Torres, Gail Kim, Mickie James, and Kelly Kelly after Michelle McCool nails a big boot to Beth, and Vicky hits a splash to Kelly Kelly to get a 3 count. This was a dud. I gave it a 1 out of 10. Next, WWE Champion Batista defending against John Cena. We get a troop gun salute for John Cena's entrance this year. Batista lands a Batista bomb to get a 2. Cena hits an FU and gets a 2. John Cena applies an SCFU, and surprisingly, Batista taps out, and John Cena becomes the new WWE Champion. I give that a 6 out of 10. Decent stuff, but not really good main event. Then we have the Streak versus Career, the Undertaker versus Shawn Michaels, in a rematch from last year's WrestleMania. This match was not as good as the first. Definitely wasn't terrible. We see Undertaker tombstoning Shawn Michaels on the floor. Taker hits a last ride. Shawn Michaels nails a moonsault to Undertaker through a table on the floor. Taker then hits a tombstone to get a two. Shawn Michaels is the Undertaker throat taunt, slaps Taker. Taker hits a tombstone, and Undertaker wins here. I gave that match a 7 out of 10. All in all, WrestleMania 26 could have been better. The best matches on the card were Chris Jericho versus Edge, Undertaker, and Shawn Michaels, and that's pretty much it. All in all, I give this WrestleMania a 6 out of 10. Next, I will be covering WrestleMania 27. So stay safe and stay uncensored.